What's up guys, XHOUNDISHx here, and today I wanted to talk about what's next for Destiny. So we're kind of at that point in the year right now where the winter event has come and gone, and just like last year, Bungie have fallen pretty quiet since most of the studio have been away for the holidays, which of course leaves us wondering what's next. And there are a series of questions we have right now. What kind of future support can we expect in Destiny 1? You know, will we see more live events in the near future? What about the Iron Banner? We didn't even hear about Iron Banner, and that's something we were expecting, you know, pretty early on in January. But the bigger picture, of course, is that we know Destiny 2 should be releasing this year. Again, that's something that we have no actual confirmation of from Bungie as of yet. So there are a lot of unanswered questions right now about the game and what we should expect. And this feels very much like it did last year following the winter update. There was just no news for quite some time. The double negative last year, of course, was that we heard Destiny 2 was being delayed, which put a lot of us on edge since we had very little current content at the time in Destiny 1. This is something I think that Bungie needs to look at in the future. I'm not saying there hasn't been enough content or that Bungie failed in some way, but now with the start of a new year, I think Bungie need to give us some kind of picture or roadmap of what we can expect. Going back to year 1, we knew that the game world would see somewhat regular expansions. We had Vanilla and then Dark Below to House of Wolves and finally the Taken King, with fairly small gaps in between, and there was only really a space of, a few weeks where we didn't know something was coming down the road, And even when the Taken King or Rise of Iron dropped, we knew that we would get some smaller events like Festival of the Lost or The Dawning. The running theme for the past 2 years has been that we hit that December period and then things go pretty quiet. So like I said, I think we should get some kind of roadmap from Bungie regarding what comes next. They should treat the beginning of the year in the same way they do with new expansions. Of course, when Rise of Iron dropped, we were hearing about Festival of the Lost and the winter event and how they would support this expansion going forward. It would be really nice if we could get an indication of when to expect things to happen, or whether we should expect things at all in the new year. They could at least try to indicate whether there's going to be a Crimson Days event or an April update coming up in the next few months. And yes, this is kind of a lot to ask from Bungie, since they stated that they like to reveal things once they know, 100% it's going to happen and it's going to work out. But just like when we brought Rise of Iron, many of us have continued to invest in the game through live events, and I think that part of supporting the community should be about highlighting things to look forward to in advance. Also, I want to say that Bungie is not even in full sway after the holidays right now. I'm not saying that they have failed to do this, I'm saying that it's something that they should do. A lot of us along for the ride are now waiting for the next game pretty loyally, and it would be a huge positive for Destiny, as it always is when we know something new is going to happen. So with that said, when will we hear about Destiny 2? Well, this is a complicated one, because I would say surely they need to get something out earlier than E3 this year. This is after all a brand new game, not just an expansion like we've seen at E3 previously. You might think they need some extra time as opposed to just the couple of months which they'll have after E3 if we're going to see a September release, but it is also possible that they will wait until E3 for the reveal, since there will be an explosion of interest either way. It's not like nobody knows what Destiny is by now, so yeah, it really could happen either way. The important thing, again for me, is that it would be nice to at least have some indication that Destiny 2 is indeed releasing this year. We sincerely expect it to release, but having that confirmation would make the rest of the year far more positive and exciting. So in summary, anyway, it would be great to know that there is content down the road. We all know how it is with this kind of thing, we've been in this position before with Destiny. With the success of Rise of Iron and the Dawning event, which was clearly a cut above the other live events we've seen, we should really try and keep on this positive track, and for now it's in Bungie's hands either way. So those are my thoughts, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Should we, or are we even likely to get some kind of future roadmap for Destiny? I would certainly hope so. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video though. If you have, a thumbs up is super appreciated, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit subscribe to keep up to date with Destiny content. But for now, you guys have an awesome day.